Gosh, how do you get rid of this emotional turmoil and pain and everything, right? You can't just non-dual it away. Then that's what creates this weird look and this weird vibration that you can see in some people who are on the spiritual path, more than a few actually. They got a lot of issues they haven't dealt with, but they've learned the spiritual lingo, but yet something doesn't match. Like there's no unity. See, you can say the real spiritual teacher or spiritual person is that there's unity and balance within all three bodies. We've got three bodies. The consciousness has incarnated has encased itself in three bodies. You can't get away from that. You just can't. You can try to bypass it, but like I said, you'll look weird. Physical body, astral or energy body, mental body. The astral energy body is feeling, emotional body. Okay, so let's keep things in practical terms. This isn't an opinion. This is what it is, right? We have a physical body. We have emotions. Okay, that's another body, and we have thought. So that's a causal body or mental body. And they all seem, even though they're interconnected, they all kind of seem to operate. They also have a certain independence about them. They function seemingly in an individual way. They have their own function and properties. But consciousness worked it out, so they all mingle together, and then we can experience this virtual reality experience. But it's a virtual reality experience. Take away the physical body, the emotional body, mental body, what? Where's the experience then? You got to have a body to have experience. So then the challenge becomes that we signed up for is to recognize the pure consciousness even while it's encased in these bodies. You see? And God's put software in the virtual reality suit to help us, give us the urge to be free of certain imbalances. Okay, so we're talking about today the imbalance in the emotional body. How do you get rid of that? First, you accept it. You got to accept it. You can't, you got to catch yourself if you're just trying to bypass it away, you see. But here's the other thing. Don't get obsessed with trying to heal every little thing. I got to do more and more inner work. Oh, I need to go deeper. I need another psychologist. Maybe there's something I'm not looking at in my life, and then that's causing, this emotional turmoil. See, there's both sides. It's duality. You're either not looking enough or you're looking too much. Intuition will help you, will guide and balance you with that. The physical body, if there's imbalances in that body, that's the easiest to get rid of. Even if you got, chronic situations, there's people with cancers and viruses and or skin problems. I'm not saying all that can be healed 100% of the time. Sometimes there's destiny. We need to keep something, the consciousness keeps something so that it can learn something from it. It's a very complex thing that we're in, and it's hard to talk about it. But I'm going to make a point. A lot of times you can go on a fast or change your diet to a really detoxifying diet, and you can wash out whatever obstructions or toxins are in the body that's causing a certain imbalance or a dis-ease. Next body, emotional body, it's a little deeper. That means it's a little harder to cure or fix. The energy body, the emotional body, there's some problem in there, And then you can go to chakra balancing and all that. I never felt to do that. And you can talk to therapists and see, like, is there something, I'm holding on? Am I mad at my mom or my dad for doing such and such? Or did I get abused and I'm holding on to that? I found when I'm living a balanced life, I'm not compromising myself. When I have a diet that's easy to digest, because then that yields more life force and it makes my mind more clear. When I'm not in compromising situations and full of stress, my mind's more clear. When I'm preserving my sexual energy, I'm just more balanced everywhere. These are 3 things, 3 tools I'm giving to you. When you're doing that, you're going to know. You can look and check and discern, like, is there something I'm not looking at? Is there some past issues here, that some resentments I have for a certain person or a situation I'm in? Is that causing this emotional pain? That's why I like step 4 inventory in the 12 steps. Made a searching, fearless moral inventory. Most people never made an inventory of their self. They got all this weird, these energies and blocks rolling around in their mind, and they don't know it. Then they they find some spiritual videos, and then it's, non-duality, this is easy, nothing exists, cool. But then, like I said, they look weird. I don't listen so much to what people speak. I listen to their vibration. I'm reading their vibration. I don't try to. It's not like I'm making a choice. Okay, I want to read their vibration. No, it's just, how can you not? So when you're living a lifestyle that's balanced, if you have some emotional turmoil or issues, that's going to come up automatically. And if you need a therapist or a guide or somebody, it doesn't have to be a therapist. Actually, you want somebody that knows this stuff through personal experience, because they can guide you better than a therapist. A lot of these therapists, they're just quoting, they read some book and went to school, and now they're using that knowledge. I'm not saying it's totally irrelevant, but intuition will guide you. If you need somebody to help you work through something, some emotional suppression or something, that'll happen. Or you'll also realize, if it's not that, if it's just you're on this evolutionary journey, things are working themselves out on a subconscious deep level that you're not aware of, and you're going to allow that process. Doesn't mean that you're holding on to something. See, this is an important discernment to make, is to know, like, is there some karma, emotional karma, that I need to actually look through and let go? Or is this just the process of evolution? And, things are being released and I don't really have to do anything. Like, it's happening automatically. I just need to stay tuned and have my spiritual practice and stay vigilant, and then the rest kind of takes care of itself. You have to know, because sometimes we need some external assistance or something, you see? So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Oh, the mental body. Okay, physical body is easier to remedy certain imbalances. Energy body, a little more difficult. Mental body. See, this is deeper. If you, certain neurological disorders, imbalances, schizophrenia, bipolar, personality disorders, Tourette's syndrome, whatever, these are deep. Usually those things don't get cured. You get to where you're in a semblance of balance, which is all that matters. And because the mental body, man, like, if there's a tear in that or something, you pretty much need a new body. But those people that have that, it's always paradoxical in duality. There's a blessing. There's a blessing for anybody that has any kind of challenge like what I'm speaking on today. There's lessons in there. And that's why you got to look at it like that. You got to look at it like that. You can burn through so much karma and evolve so much faster when you have these situations, if you use them right, if you're intelligent about it. We're not on this planet so long, so it's not that big a deal. You get to where intuition will guide you on how to receive the help or do the looking that's necessary to get you in a semblance of balance to where you can still enjoy life full on. That's all that matters. Who cares? Who cares if, I still have a problem or whatever. And then you leave the planet, you learned your lessons, and then you feel really good. You're like, oh yeah, now you can enjoy these higher planes that you're going to get sent to because of law of resonance. See, you've done the work, so you're going to go to the plane now that you resonate with based on your frequency and level of consciousness. Something to look forward to. I think death is the highlight of life. Maybe I should make some videos on death. The last thing I want to say is, see, in a higher age, maybe, I don't know, 2,000 years, where they really, or maybe 1,000, I think 2,000. I think when they perfect stem cell treatment, or where they start to, the medical people start to realize how to harness life energy and manipulate with it, which I feel that's what they did years and years ago, where they built the pyramids. They could use sound and vibration to kind of move these monumental things that are so heavy that the people today, they can't understand, like, how could you move those through because they know how to manipulate with the subtle life force. Those stages keep happening, you know. Lower stage, like Jesus's time, very dark age, keep going, dark age, bronze age, silver age, and then golden age. Okay, so I'm speaking more when we're in the silver age. They're going to know how to, I feel we're in technological age now, which is bronze age, the next age after the dark age. And so when we're in the next stage, they're going to know how to manipulate life force. And see, once you go to those stages, then you go back down. We lose consciousness, and then you get it again, and it goes on and on like that. That's why there can never be an eternal utopia. It's impossible. Life, this isn't the planet for that. You know, the eternal utopia is inside you. This is what you got to find. So once they start knowing how to manipulate with life force, you could have any problem. You could lay in this machine. They'll just stimulate your life force, because life force is what created the body and sustains it, and they can just fix it. You can get your arm cut off, go in the machine or whatever, stimulate the life force, you can grow another arm. And so diseases are nothing, they won't exist. That's why they don't really exist in those higher ages. But duality, right? What's the negative side? Negative side is you're not going to be really motivated to grow much. You can stagnate easier, because everything's like, well, just enjoy whatever. You see, that's the other side. So be grateful for the time, and the special people incarnate during this time. Okay, but we forget this is also part of the game. This is a hard deal, to wake up to all this stuff that we drank from the well of forgetfulness before we came here. Otherwise the game would be too easy. Everything would just be too easy. So we, you know, our higher self wants to make this hard. Like, we're going to be like, you got to be a badass to transcend all this stuff, you know. But don't obsess about it. Chill. It's already been done also. Okay, I don't want to start talking too non-dual. All right, see you.